Hello and welcome. In today's video, we will look at the 7 Hermetic principles as understood by the 3 initiates in the book, the Kybalion. As a side note, there is an interesting story about the authorship of this work, but that is beyond the scope of this video. With that being said, the principles are a foundational aspect of Hermetic philosophy, a spiritual and philosophical tradition rooted in ancient wisdom, particularly that attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. These principles, outlined in the early 20th century text, the Kybalion, provide a framework for understanding the nature of reality, the mind, and the universe. They serve as guides to help you navigate life and can be applied to achieve greater mastery over your experiences. The Hermetic principles are universal laws governing all aspects of existence, from the most material to the most spiritual. They are not merely abstract concepts, but practical tools for comprehending how the universe functions. By understanding and applying these principles, it will be much easier to navigate the human experience as you go through your spiritual awakening, as these principles will help you to align yourself with the process that you are going through. The first principle, Mentalism, posits that the universe is mental in nature. Everything that exists, whether tangible or intangible, originates from the mind. This principle suggests that the material world is a manifestation of a greater consciousness or mind that we are individual expressions of. By understanding that reality is shaped by thought, you can begin to realize the power of your own thoughts and mental states in shaping your experiences. This principle encourages the cultivation of a disciplined mind, as well as taking care of your emotional life, releasing blocked negative emotions. This is so, as the quality of your thoughts and emotions directly influences the reality you experience. It is important to note that you likely have lots of blocked emotions inside your body, and that you need to start releasing them in order to shift your reality. There are many videos on YouTube about this, and we will also explore a technique for it in a future video. The second principle, Correspondence, states that there is a harmony, agreement, and correspondence between the different planes of existence, physical, mental, and spiritual. This principle is often summarized by the phrase, as above, so below, as below, so above. It suggests that patterns and relationships that exist on one level of reality will also exist on others. By recognizing these patterns, you can gain insights into the workings of the universe and yourself. Understanding this principle allows you to see connections between seemingly disparate areas of life, facilitating a more holistic view of reality. Vibration is the third principle, which holds that nothing rests. Everything is in constant motion. This principle asserts that all matter, energy, and even thought are in a state of constant vibration. This is something that we are learning more and more about as the global awakening progresses, and it becomes more and more common knowledge that matter ultimately is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Think about this. The differences between different forms of matter, energy, and mental states are due to varying degrees of vibration. By understanding this principle, you can begin to appreciate the dynamic nature of reality and the importance of maintaining a positive vibrational state. It teaches that by changing your vibrational frequency through thought, emotion, or action, you can influence the conditions of your life. Can you see how the different principles fit together? First, understand that consciousness is at the basis of everything, and then that everything is connected, and that you, therefore, can start affecting reality by shifting your frequency when you interact with it. The fourth principle is Polarity, which explains that everything has its opposite, and these opposites are actually identical in nature, but different in degree. This principle illustrates that dualities like hot and cold, light and dark, and positive and negative are merely extremes of the same thing, with many varying degrees between them. Understanding this principle allows you to see that all opposites are fundamentally the same, differing only in degree. Again, everything is connected, all is one. This principle also provides a tool for transforming negative situations or emotions into their positive counterparts by shifting your focus along the continuum between them. If you can remain conscious enough to recognize that you have countless options when it comes to how you approach the events in your life, even if your mind tries to trick you into continue down the same old patterns of thoughts, words, and actions, creating the same type of experience over and over again. The fifth principle is rhythm, which states that everything flows in and out, rises and falls, and moves according to certain rhythms. This principle acknowledges the cyclical nature of the universe and how everything operates within these cycles. By understanding and aligning yourself with these natural rhythms, you can avoid being negatively affected by their swings. This principle teaches that by recognizing the natural ebb and flow of life, you can remain balanced and adapt more easily to changes and challenges. The sixth principle, cause and effect, suggests that nothing happens by chance and that every action has a corresponding reaction. This principle implies that there are no accidents in the universe. Everything is connected through a web of cause and effect. Can you see a common theme here? Understanding this principle enables you to take greater responsibility for your actions and their outcomes, recognizing that you have the power to influence your destiny. It emphasizes the importance of intentional action and the understanding that the choices you make will set into motion a series of events that shape your reality. Make no mistake, every choice, whether it concerns your inner life or the actions you take in your physical reality, will have an effect both on you and the reality you experience. Really understanding and applying this knowledge will help you take the power over your life back. The seventh and final principle is gender, which exists in everything, representing the masculine and feminine aspects that are present in all things. This principle does not refer solely to physical gender, even if it does play a part in this, but primarily it's about the energetic and creative forces that operate within the universe. The masculine principle is associated with assertiveness, logic, and action, while the feminine principle is related to receptivity, intuition, and nurturing. By understanding and balancing these energies within yourself, you can achieve greater harmony and creativity in your life. It's important to note that whatever value judgment is placed upon these qualities is arbitrary. Masculine energy has been more highly valued in Western culture for a long time, which does not necessarily mean that men have it better than women. But in the times that we are living in, the feminine qualities will become increasingly important, and the cultivation of intuition will be absolutely vital to navigate our increasingly complex reality, which logic and reason alone have no chance to make sense of. On the other hand, there seems to be an imbalance between assertiveness and action on the one hand and receptivity on the other, where some people are caught up in constant mindless doing, while others are becoming pacified. This is a topic for a whole video though, but it's an interesting example of how this principle can be applied to a concrete example in our reality today. See if you can find your own, as these principles need to be applied to your actual experience if they are going to be more than empty words, soon forgotten when other thoughts and ideas enter the mind. In conclusion, the 7 Hermetic principles offer a comprehensive guide to understanding and interacting with the universe. They encourage a deeper awareness of the mental, energetic, and cyclical nature of reality and provide practical tools for aligning with these natural laws. By applying these principles, you can develop a more empowered and balanced approach to life, allowing you to navigate its complexities with greater wisdom and effectiveness. Each principle is interconnected, and together they form a cohesive system for personal and spiritual development. Through conscious application of these principles, you can influence your reality, enhance your understanding of the world, and achieve a greater sense of harmony and fulfillment. We encourage you to go through this video a couple of times if you don't absorb the content in the first listen. These principles need to become part of your perception of reality if you really want to have use for them. You need to start seeing them play out in your own experience. In general, it's important to remember that for knowledge to not just be empty words, it has to be internalized and applied to one's interactions with life and the world.